Hello, I'm Doug DeWitt, Transfer Paper Product Manager here at Condé Systems, coming to you from our Condé TV studio in beautiful Mobile, Alabama, to do another performance test with the OKI C920wt white toner printer and the self-weeding dark garment transfer papers that are available for this unit through Condé. Today, what we're going to do is perform what I'm going to call a fine detail test. Now, I have already cranked out a few images on our transfer paper. One on the Nina Image Clip Laser Dark, and the other on the Forever Low Temperature Laser Dark. The image I'm going to use is a subway map of Tokyo. That way we can truly measure how much fine detail these papers can transfer when using the process properly. So what we're going to do, since we have already cranked out the transfers, we're going to go over to our heat press so you can see how I apply the emulsion to these two images. Then what we're going to do is we're going to apply these images to two Hanes Beefy Tee 100% cotton shirts. We'll put the Nina image on the blue shirt. We'll put the Forever image on the black shirt. We're going to give both transfers 5 minutes to cool. We're going to remove the backing sheet, and then John, my trusty cameraman from Ion Digital, is going to zoom in so you can see the fine detail that these two papers can capture. So we're going to put these two papers to the test to see if there's a clear-cut winner, if both of them will work, or if this is not a product that you want to use on fine detail printing. The only way to truly find out is to get started, so let's go over to the heat press and let's apply the emulsion to these two transfers. I'm here in front of my GeoNight DK20S, my 16-inch by 20-inch digital swinger, which is what we recommend when using these self-weeding papers. So let's go ahead and walk through the process of applying the emulsion to the Nina Image Clip Laser Dark. I'm going to swing out my press. I'm going to take my print, lay it image size up on the platen, take my transfer sheet, which has the white-based emulsion and the gold grid on the backing sheet, lay it over the design, swing my press over. When I'm applying the emulsion to Nina Image Clip Laser Dark, you want to set your press between 240 to 250 degrees Fahrenheit. On an 11-inch by 17-inch sheet where you have a lot of toner coverage, you want to increase the dwell time to 30 seconds when you're applying the emulsion. As far as the pressure is concerned, you want to use a light to medium pressure. You want to make sure you get full coverage of the white emulsion, but no excess emulsion around your design. When your timer goes off, you're going to lift your press, peel the two sheets apart while they're still warm. That is a good-looking application there. While the camera may not be able to pick it up, if we've done the weeding part correct, you should be able to see a perfect indentation of your original design in the transfer emulsion sheet. Remember, once we have used this sheet, it goes into the trash. This now becomes our transfer. So now, let me go ahead and recalibrate my press so we can work with the Forever Low Temp Laser Dark. Now that I have my press recalibrated for the Forever Low Temp Laser Dark, let's go ahead and apply the emulsion to this transfer. Again, we'll take our printed image, lay it face up, take our emulsion sheet that has the white-based emulsion, and here's the backing with the writing, place it face down so that the writing is facing us and the emulsion is against the printed toner. We'll swing our heat press over and lock the press into position. Now, when it comes to fusing the emulsion to the Forever Low Temp Laser Dark, we want to do that between 315 to 330 degrees Fahrenheit. If this were an 8.5-inch by 11-inch sheet, I would press for 90 seconds. But since this is 11 by 17 and I've got a significant amount of toner coverage, we're going to press this for a full 2 minutes. Now, while this is pressing, I want to remind our Condé TV viewers that while we didn't show these transfers running through the OKI C920wt, we do have videos that show the procedure of how to run those transfer papers through these printers. So if you want to see a demonstration on the Nina Image Clip Laser Dark, just go to Condé TV and watch our video of Nina Image Clip Laser Dark and OKI White Toner Printer. Also, with the Forever Low Temp Laser Dark, again, we did not show it running through the printer. But if you want to see that paper in action and how to set up your driver to run that particular paper, just reference our Low Temp Laser Dark and White Toner printer video on Condé TV. Now, since this has a few more seconds to count down, check back in with me and we'll lift the press and show you the finished result. Okay, our timer's gone off. Lift the press. And again, just like with the Nina image clip, we want to peel the Forever Low Temp Laser Dark while it is still warm. Another good wheat attempt. How do we know that we have a good wheat attempt? Just like with the Nina product, if you've done it correctly, you should see a perfect indentation of your original design in the emulsion sheet. And just like the Nina product, once you have used the emulsion sheet, it goes in the trash can. The film sheet is your transfer. So now, let me go ahead and grab some t-shirts and we'll apply these designs. For demonstration purposes, I'm going to be using Hanes Beefy Tee 100% cotton heavyweight t-shirts. Now remember, on the black shirt, we're going to go ahead and apply the Forever transfer. So I've got my transfer that I've cut down and it's ready to be applied, but remember, take a sticky lint roller and lint roll the area that is going to be under the press to remove any contaminants. Also, I want to drop my top platen down on the shirt to drive any moisture that might be in the shirt out. I'm checking for steam coming out of the side. If I see steam, I'm going to let the heat press sit. If I don't see steam, then my shirt should be good to go. Now I've got a nice smooth area to work with. We will go ahead and take our design done with the Forever Low Temp Laser Dark. Make sure that I can read Japanese to make sure which side is the right side up. Place the design where we want it to appear. Bring our heat press over. Lock it into position. Now, since I am going to a 100% cotton t-shirt, I can use the same temperature that I used to fuse the emulsion and the imaging sheet, which was between 310 to 330 degrees Fahrenheit, to apply to 100% cotton. If I'm going on to a cotton poly blend or polyester, I'm going to use less temperature. Again, refer to our previous video on the Forever Low Temp Laser Dark for the actual instructions for each material. When the timer goes off, we are going to remove our shirt with the backing sheet still attached. And remember, we want to let this cool down at least 5 minutes. I've got my press recalibrated to apply the Nina Image Clip Laser Dark to our Hanes 100% cotton t-shirt. But remember, take your sticky lint roller and lint roll the area that's going to be under the press. I know this might sound a little redundant, but I am a stickler when it comes to sticky lint rollers. Okay. Also, we want to do a quick pre-press just to make sure there is no moisture within the shirt. If that moisture is turning to steam, trying to get up, we don't want it to affect a transfer that we are trying to apply down. But if we see no steam, we should be good. Nice smooth area to work with. Take my Nina Image Clip Laser Dark transfer and again, figure out how to read Japanese so I can apply it right side up, place the transfer where I want it to appear, bring our heat press over, lock it into position. To apply Nina Image Clip Laser Dark to 100% cotton, I'm going 375 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 seconds. I'm using the same pressure on the Nina product as I did with the Forever product. That way we have a more accurate comparison as far as how well these two transfer papers can capture fine detail. When our timer goes off, we're going to lift the press, we're going to remove the shirt, we're going to give this shirt 5 minutes to cool down, and then we're going to show you the finished results. We've applied both transfers with our heat press, the Forever Low Temp Laser Dark and the Nina Image Clip Laser Dark. we've given both transfers 5 minutes to cool down, because remember, with both papers, it is a cold peel when we're removing the film sheet or the transfer sheet from the shirt itself. But just to check, let's put our hands on both sheets. If we feel any energy, leave them alone. But since these are cool to the touch, I'm going to go ahead and remove the 2 backing sheets. Now remember, the Forever is going to give a gloss finish. We can remove some of that gloss with a second press of a silicone sheet. The Nina product is going to give you a matte finish. But both transfers look good to me. I'm going to let John zoom in so we can take a more detailed look at both these results. So now that you've taken the time to look over both prints, let us go ahead and give you our assessment of what we think of the output from these 2 papers. Now, from the Forever paper, both my cameraman John and I agree that we really like the color contrast that the Forever product delivers. Also, the detail on this is very sharp. If there's one thing that I would have to offer as a downside, is that I can still see some of the smaller Japanese characters that stayed on the film sheet that did not release to the shirt. Now perhaps a slight adjustment in pressure or temperature could fix that, but we wanted to use the same pressure on both attempts. Now when it comes to the Nina product, I would say the Nina weeded very clean and it transferred very clean. I cannot see any part of the image that's still on the backing sheet. So all the image completely released. However, remember this is a matte finish, and looking at some of the color and detailed, both John and I agree that the color and detailed is a little bit muddied compared to the Forever product. So as far as which transfer paper won this fine detail test, hard to say at the moment. Personally, I'd have to call it a draw. So perhaps you need to determine for yourself which one is the better product for your fine and detailed images. Which is why from now until April 15th, 2015, if you call your Condé account manager and say you want the DeWitt sample pack special, we will give you 20% off our normal price on a 10-sheet sample pack of either the Forever Low Temp Laser Dark or the Nina Laser Dark, so that you can do your own comparison. So remember to ask your account manager for that special. That's the DeWitt Transfer Paper Sample Pack Special that you saw on Condé TV. And also don't forget to tune in to Condé TV for more videos in my White Toner series. But until then, I'm Doug DeWitt, Transfer Paper Product Manager here at Condé Systems. My time is up, and I thank you for yours.